You ever get out there in the wild and realize your gear's either got your back or it's about to get you killed? No second chances, no undo button, just you, the cold, and whatever's strapped to your pack. Today we're talking real survival gear, the kind that doesn't flinch in a storm, doesn't care if you're lost, and definitely doesn't ask for permission. This is the stuff that keeps your fire lit, your blade sharp, your water clean, and your chances alive. Built tough, tested harder, and made for people who don't fold when the trail disappears. If you haven't experienced bush sleep in the Alton Walkabout swag, you're missing out on what I call man-made wilderness luxury. This beast rolls out like a ground-level fortress. Thick canvas, storm flaps tighter than your granddad's poker face, and poles that laugh in the face wins. It's like someone took the toughness of an Aussie Outback Ranger and stitched it into a tent. Inside, you get thick foam comfort, not those sad inflatable mats that feel like sleeping on regret. And let me tell you something, setup is smoother than peanut butter on a hot blade. One man, two hands, done. No YouTube tutorials needed, brother. Rain, dust, heat, this thing doesn't blink. Zippers, heavy duty. Mattress, cloud level plush, and it rolls up tight and clean, like it's ready to hit the trail with zero complaints. You want a rugged, no-nonsense solo shelter that feels like a portable cabin? The Walkabout swag doesn't just talk the talk, it sleeps the sleep. This isn't a flashlight, this is a searchlight for your survival soul. The Streamlight Survivor is built like it's ready to go through a house fire, swim across a flood, and still beam like it just had a double shot of adrenaline. That right-angle grip? It's not just ergonomic, it's tactical dominance. Clip it to your pack, hook it on your jacket, or just fist it like a beast. You'll still have full control with one hand while the other one's building shelter or making fire. We're talking lumens that'll blind a raccoon at 30 yards and battery life that feels eternal. This thing doesn't panic in the rain, doesn't overheat, doesn't complain. Press the button and boom, you're lighting up trees, trails, tents, and trouble. And if you're out there during a storm or search, that beacon mode could literally save your life. It's not flashy, it's functional. This is the kind of light you trust when everything else fails. You ever been deep in the wild and thought, man, I wish I had tunes, a shot of whiskey, and something that looks cooler than anything I've ever owned? Boom! The VSSL Flask speaker combo shows up like the James Bond of survival gear. It's sleek, tactical, and secretly packing everything you didn't know you needed. A weatherproof Bluetooth speaker that can bump your victory playlist, and a flask built right into the tube? You're surviving in style, my friend. This isn't just for flexing either. It's rugged as hell. The speaker can handle dust, drops, and dunking, and the sound, surprisingly rich for something so compact. It's got that let's build a fire and vibe energy. Whether you're chillin' lakeside or posted up in the hills, this thing turns any survival camp into a bushcraft bachelor pad. And when the night falls cold, that flask isn't for decoration. It warms the spirit. Cheers to staying alive and sounding good doing it. This ain't your average, made-in-who-knows-where knife. The Coalatree Haswell is all business, no gimmicks. Full-tang steel, razor-sharp edge, and a grip that feels like it was molded for your calloused, dirt-scarred hands. Whether you're batoning wood, carving feather sticks, or defending your beef jerky stash from raccoons, this blade is your loyal sidekick, rugged, ready, and always sharp when it counts. The leather sheath alone makes you feel like a frontier legend. It's stitched like saddle gear and smells like real craftsmanship. This knife doesn't just ride on your belt, it rides with pride. Balanced just right with that classic weight that says, I'm here to work. And it's not just a tool, it's a piece of gear you pass down. In a world full of budget blades, the Haswell shows up like the big brother who lifts logs with one arm and never brags about it. This ain't your average emergency blanket that sounds like a crumpled potato chip bag. The NanoHeat blanket is soft, stealthy, and actually warm. This thing folds down tiny but throws out heat like a mini furnace once you're wrapped up. Water-resistant, wind-resistant, and tough enough to double as a quick shelter cover when the skies start throwing tantrums. It's a warm hug from a tactical ninja. Whether you're sitting by a cold fire pit or trying to sleep off the worst storm of the season, this blanket turns miserable night into survivable nap. It's silent too. No rustling, no crinkling, no "what is that guy wrapped in?" stares. And with its heat-reflective interior, you're not just staying warm, you're retaining precious energy like a survival pro. Lightweight, compact, and battle-tested, it's the kind of blanket that respects the grind of backcountry life. Forget boiling. Forget iodine tablets. Forget digging a hole and praying. The LifeStraw Go series is straight-up survival hydration sorcery. Scoop from a creek, screw on the lid, and drink. Boom. You just outsmarted bacteria, protozoa, and whatever else was swimming in that questionable puddle. No waiting, no weird taste. Just fresh, clean water on demand. And it's not some fragile lab bottle either. This beast is built for rough trails and reckless adventures. Toss it, drop it, freeze it. It doesn't flinch. The filter's got mileage, and when it finally taps out, you just swap it. The carabiner clip means it's always within reach, and the mouthpiece is made for thirsty gulps, not delicate sipping. This bottle doesn't just hydrate, it helps you outdrink danger. This tiny tactical torch punches way above its weight. The Fenix E18R V2 is like strapping a laser cannon to your keychain, with 1200 lumens of raw, wilderness-destroying power at your fingertips. Pocket-sized? Yep. Rechargeable? Of course. Magnetic tail? You bet. This little demon even comes with a turbo mode that says, "Let's turn this forest into daylight." It's waterproof, impact-resistant, and smart enough to lock out in your pocket. No accidental rave party inside your backpack. Whether you're crawling through tight caves or just finding the zipper on your tent at 2 a.m., this thing performs like a seasoned survival vet. It's so reliable it almost feels unfair. The Phoenix doesn't ask questions. It just lights the hell up and keeps on going. This isn't just a watch. This is a mission control center for your wrist. The G-Shock GPRH1001 is solar-powered, GPS-stacked, heart rate tracking, compass-wielding, time-bending gear wrapped in a tank of a casing. When everything else fails, this watch still ticks, and it tells you where you are, how fast you're dying, and when the sun's about to go down. It looks like it could survive a bar fight and a bear attack. And with all that data tracking, altitude, pressure, direction, temperature, it's basically yelling, "I've got your back" in every language. And yes, it tells time too, down to the second. If James Bond went full bushcraft mode, this is what he'd strap on before disappearing into the wild. This isn't your grandpa's backyard bow. The EK Archery Revo 7 is a tactical monster with the kind of precision that makes squirrels nervous. It's lightweight, compact, and folds down tighter than a camp chair. But when you cock this thing back, you're unleashing raw, silent fury. Whether you're target shooting in the woods or prepping for the worst, the Revo 7 doesn't play games, it plays for keeps. And let's talk about power. 240 FPS on a crossbow pistol? That's legit lethality in your hands. The grip is solid, the red dot sight locks in fast, and the magazine holds multiple bolts so you can reload without fumbling around like it's your first rodeo. It's clean, it's efficient, and when it fires, you feel it. Now this right here is straight-up survival wizardry. The ADK26 Transform UX isn't just a blade, it's a mechanical transformer in tool form. 1 second, it's a full-size axe. Next second, bam, it's a saw. Everything locks in with solid clicks, and once it's together, it feels like it was born that way. No wobbles, no gimmicks, just pure adaptable force. Need to split firewood? No problem. Dig a trench? Easy. Fight off a bear while opening a beer? Well, maybe. But the real magic is how compact it all packs down. Throw it in your bug-out bag. Without the bulk, it's sleek, tough, and just plain badass. Survival is all about adapting, and this axe was literally made to transform and conquer. You've seen water filters before. Now meet the boss level. The Lifesaver Jerrycan is built like a military fuel tank but purifies dirty water with the kind of confidence that laughs at viruses and bacteria. 5 gallons of portable hydration, filtered on demand. No electricity, no chemicals, just pure clean survival fuel coming out the tap like magic. And it's not some sip through a straw gimmick. This bad boy has a built-in pump, so you can fill pots, cook, clean, or chug a full liter like a beast. It filters over 5,000 liters before you need to swap anything out, and it's rugged enough to ride on the back of your 4x4 through a dust storm. Whether you're camping, overlanding, or in a disaster zone, this is how you turn any swamp into safety. Now this right here, fire with attitude. The Titan Survival Firestarter Kit isn't some cheap throwaway ferro rod that gives you 1 week spark and a blister. This thing throws molten lava with every strike. We're talking shower of sparks. Light a log with wet bark kind of power. It comes with their wax tinder, jute cord, and enough burn time to shame a box of matches. And it's all packed like a mini mission kit. Waterproof tin, rugged cordage, and an actual survival-grade striker that won't bend or break when your hands are frozen. This isn't just a fire starter. It's the spark of confidence in your pack. Cold night, wet wood, rain in your face, doesn't matter. You pull out the Titan, strike once, and suddenly, survival turns into a campfire story. If you got a kick out of this breakdown, smash that subscribe button and ring that bell like it's a bear warning, because we've got more raw, rugged, and downright badass gear coming your way every week. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, stay ready, and I'll see you in the next one.